Shares face complex problems, and to be successful and to bring the best out of the really important public sector organisation they're leading, they need to work with a lot of people. They need to work well with ministers, they need to work well with their chief executive, they need to work well with their sponsoring department. And the key in those relationships is being clear about what your organisation is delivering and how best everybody can contribute to doing that.
I think for me the key benefits of the role are threefold. One, the intellectual challenge is very, very stimulating. I think the second one, and this would probably be the primary one for me, is around that board table in the organisation there is a shared passion for whatever the organisation's doing. In my case, the Reclaim Fund, we are passionate about creating value for good causes, whilst reuniting all of our great Aunt Mauds with the passbooks we find underneath a cupboard somewhere. I think the third one for me is you feel as if you're making a difference, and that is a really, really fulfilling thing to do. Challenges, I have a private sector background. My history, my experience is of being able to make a decision and being able to execute in fast order. That dynamic doesn't exist necessarily, and there are necessary hoops that you need to jump through. There is scrutiny, there is oversight, which can feel constraining. But I think it's about learning exactly what the ministers want and aligning yourself to that and understanding the processes that you have to work through.
These skills that Chair needs in the public sector are very similar to other environments, whether it be private or charity, but with a certain overlay. So for instance, it's important to be able to orchestrate and coordinate your board, bring all the best talents out of the board. And especially in the context in which it's so difficult to get replacement NEDs, the time it's taken is very long, there can be a lot of ministerial interference. Actually making the most out of the non-executives is vitally important. I think the second one is a relationship with the executive. I think we have three tools at our disposal, and our aim is to make the executive brilliant. And so the three tools are encouragement, challenge, and replacement. And if we get to the third one, we've probably failed. But it's mainly encourager. We need to be the encouragers in chief. And again, I think this is important in the public sector because there's too much spoken about the private sector being the wonderful place, the public sector being sort of somehow second rate, and it's simply not true. It's populated by some very good people. So as chairs, especially if we've come from the private sector, we've got a responsibility to encourage and to really get the best out of our executive. And I think a third thing the skill that we need is to maintain that strategic level of focus at the board. It's so easy in the public sector to get dragged down into the minutiae, when if we can set up our board agendas that they've got big thematic agenda items looking a long way into the future at the big challenges facing the mission of the organisation. I think that, to me, would be the third most key element.